Single DIN radios with motorized 7-inch displays are pretty great, don't get me wrong, but single DIN radios with motorized 10.1-inch screens are even better. It's just math, man. Bigger is better. Or is that Texas? Either way, Pyle's PLD11BT single DIN stereo just dropped and features a massive 10.1-inch detachable display. The screen is easy to attach. Simply press the top arrow button and the mount will flip up. Slide the display on, lock it in place, and you're in business. If you want to remove the screen for less distraction, the radio will operate fine without it attached. I was impressed at first. The screen was vibrant and sharp. Plus the resolution went up to 1024 by 600. We finally got some more pixels with a radio. No more 800 by 480. Whoa! It's like having a mediocre iPad in your car. Change the background with the little t-shirt button on the screen and adjust brightness with the moon icon. The radio is compatible with CDs and DVDs, plus micro SD cards and USB thumb drives for file playback. For audio, it's compatible with AVI, WMA, and MP3 files. And for video, it's compatible with MPEG-4 files and JPEG images. The screen is motorized. Press the arrow keys to adjust the tilt for your liking. And when you detach the screen, the bottom arrow will close the mount. Releasing the single DIN display reveals the micro SD card slot. The radio did not work with my iPhone. As soon as I plugged it into the USB port, it said USB not supported and it bugged out. I couldn't even get a charge. I tried the Aux Input next and that worked fine, just fine. So if you want to play music from your phone without the aux, you're going to have to stick to Bluetooth streaming, which has no album artwork or song tags. Bluetooth also offers hands-free calling and lets you go through your phone book and recent calls. The built-in microphone will pick up on your voice no problem. Sources on the radio include Bluetooth, SD card, tuner, DVD, USB, backup camera, calculator, and auxiliary. Thank God it has a calculator. That's honestly a deal breaker for me. Pyle isn't exactly transparent and doesn't list all the specs. That makes us suspicious. They claim this radio does 320 watts by 4 channels, but we're going to go ahead and test that out. We took it upon ourselves to test the outputs of the radio for output voltage and flat frequency response. First off, we checked for clipping on the RCAs and got some very interesting results. The unit started clipping at volume 38 and then obviously at max 39. But even before the clipping, the waveform was deformed. There was an awkward bump on the down slant and the bottom arc looked distorted, even though the top arc was smooth and rounded. Obviously we were like, what the f***? The abnormalities didn't go away until we went down to volume 34 and 33.
So 39 max, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34, 33, 32.
At volume 36, the unit consumed 19.9 watts and 1.42 amps of current. Then we checked out the subwoofer output, and the results were even more confusing. The waveform looked like Hebrew or something, and even though we were playing a 60 Hz test tone, our oscilloscope was registering 100 Hz. Even it had no idea what the hell was going on. To top it off, we were getting our second harmonic distortion at volume 24. We had to go down to volume 22 for a normal response. The frequency response on the RCAs was anything but flat. Next up was the speaker level outputs, and they were relatively clean. The unit clipped at volume 30, and at the pre-clipping volume of 29, we got 7.3 volts, which lets us calculate our RMS to 13.3 watts. This makes us come to the conclusion that you're better off soldering RCAs to the speaker level outputs. The final test was preamp output voltage. We guessed they'd be around 2 volts, so we played a 60 Hz test tone and checked the voltage output, and we found that the outputs were barely 1 volt. Pre-clipping, they hit about 900 millivolts, and that's with the distorted waves. Down to clean waveforms, they hit about 650 millivolts. This was all done with 1 channel driven. The audio settings aren't anything to write home about, just a few EQ presets, fader and balance, treble, bass, and a loudness filter. The tuner features a 30-station preset memory. You can, however, change the illumination color to a preset or custom color. The wiring harness it comes with features a backup camera input and a subwoofer preamp output. It also includes a wireless remote control. We can all agree that this radio isn't the greatest when it comes to sound quality or features. Maybe we just had a bad one, who knows, but its main design is to just have a huge screen for playing video and images. Alright guys, that's it. Be sure to check out Quality Mobile Video for all of your car audio and video gear. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, like this video, leave any comments below, follow us on Instagram at Quality Mobile Video, and see you soon.